A young boy walks into class, excited to see his favorite teacher. She's kind, funny, and always makes him feel special. But what starts as innocent admiration will soon turn into a nightmare, one that destroys his childhood and shocks an entire community. This is the story of a teacher who crossed every line imaginable. Brittany Zamora was the kind of teacher every student loved. Young, pretty, and full of energy, she won Teacher of the Year in 2016. Her students adored her. Parents trusted her. She had a loving husband and a bright future. But behind that perfect smile, something dark was brewing. It started with a simple text. "Hey, Miss Zamora, I'm bored," wrote her 13-year-old student one day after school. She replied with a smiley face. Innocent, right? Wrong. Those texts quickly turned into something twisted. Flirty messages, secret meetups, and then the unthinkable. And before we jump into the video, just a small request. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and stay active. It will help a lot. By February 2018, Brittany was sneaking out at midnight to meet her student. In a parked car, she did the unspeakable. And it didn't stop there. Weeks later, inside an empty classroom, she took things even further, while another student watched in horror. But how did it all unravel? And why did no one stop it sooner? The answers will leave you furious. The boy's parents noticed something was wrong. Their son had become secretive, always on his phone, smiling at strange times, locking his bedroom door. At first, they thought it was just teenage behavior, but then came the messages. His stepmother installed a parental control app just to be safe. That's when the notifications started pouring in. Words like baby, miss you, and tonight flashed on her screen, all sent to a contact named Miss J. Her stomach dropped. They confronted their son that evening. At first, he denied it, then came the tears. Yes, he admitted. It's Miss Zamora. He told them everything. The texts, the car, the classroom. The parents sat in silence, shaking. This wasn't just a crush. Their child had been groomed. That same night, they called the school principal. His response? "I'll look into it." But they weren't waiting. They dialed the police next, and then Brittany called them. Her voice trembled as she begged, "Please, let's settle this outside the courts." Too late. The cops were already on their way to her house. The knock came at midnight. Brittany Zamora opened her door to find police officers staring back at her. Their expressions said it all. This wasn't a routine visit. "We need you to come with us," one officer said. Her husband stood frozen in the hallway, watching as his wife was read her rights. At the station, Brittany broke down. She cried, begged, even tried blaming the 13-year-old boy. "He pursued me," she claimed, but the evidence was undeniable. Hundreds of explicit texts, witness statements from students, and the boy's tearful confession. The interrogation room video tells the chilling truth. An officer leans forward. "You're not going home tonight." Brittany's face crumples. "I'm going to jail," she whispers. The officer nods. For the first time, the perfect teacher realizes her life is over. Meanwhile, the boy's family sat in silence at home. No celebration, no relief, just the crushing weight of what had been done to their child. The courtroom was packed on sentencing day. Reporters, teachers, parents, all waiting to see justice served. Brittany Zamora walked in wearing handcuffs, her once perfect hair now limp, her eyes hollow. The boy's family sat just feet away, refusing to even look at her. The judge read the charges aloud: sexual conduct with a minor, child abuse, endangerment. Each word hit like a hammer. Then came Brittany's turn to speak. She stood trembling and uttered the words no one expected. "I'm the monster here." For the first time, she admitted everything: the texts, the meetings, the abuse. But her apology rang hollow. The boy's father stood next, his voice breaking as he addressed Brittany directly. "You stole my son's childhood. While you sit in prison, he'll grow up, get married, live a full life, something you'll never have." The judge's gavel came down hard. 20 years, he declared. Some in the courtroom gasped. "Too late," they whispered. Others nodded. It was enough. But this wasn't the end. The boy's family had one more card to play. The courtroom doors swung open again, but this time, it wasn't about Brittany. The boy's family was now suing everyone who failed their son. The school district for negligence, Brittany's husband Daniel for hiding the truth. New evidence surfaced. Text messages proved Daniel knew about the abuse for weeks before the arrest. "She's just stressed," he told a friend. It'll blow over. The school's lawyer argued they couldn't have known, but emails showed teachers had reported strange behavior months earlier. The most damning moment? When the boy's lawyer held up Brittany's Teacher of the Year award. "This," he said, slamming it on the table, "is what predators look like." The school board quickly settled for millions. Daniel settled too, his marriage and reputation in ruins. But money couldn't fix what was broken. The boy's family packed up and moved away, desperate to escape the whispers. Their son would never be the same. Years later, the scars remain. Brittany Zamora sits in an Arizona prison, inmate number 287451, serving her 20-year sentence. She'll be nearly 50 when released, her teaching license gone, her name forever tied to scandal. Meanwhile, Daniel divorced her in prison and vanished, leaving no trace behind. The boy, now a young man, he struggles with trust and relationships. His family changed their last name and moved across the country. But some wounds never fully heal. He still jumps when his phone buzzes, his father admitted in a rare interview. That fear never really leaves. At Labrise Academy, new policies were implemented. No teacher-student texting, mandatory reporting of suspicious behavior. But parents still whisper in the hallways. Was one teacher really the only problem? The most haunting question lingers. How many warning signs were missed? That favorite teacher persona hid darkness in plain sight. And somewhere, another Brittany Zamora might be smiling at her students right now. Records show 3 separate teachers reported concerns about Brittany's behavior with male students over the years. Each time, she was given a slap on the wrist and called overly friendly. The district cared more about test scores than student safety. Most shocking, the boy wasn't her first victim. After her arrest, 2 former students came forward with similar stories from previous schools. But without evidence, their cases went nowhere. This wasn't one bad teacher. It was a culture that protects predators. Until we hold schools accountable for ignoring red flags, there will always be another Brittany Zamora, another broken child, another life destroyed. Demand change in your school district today. Ask about their teacher monitoring policies. Push for mandatory reporting systems. And if you suspect something, report it, even if you're not sure. Better to be wrong than to let another child suffer.